Welcome to the Explainer, everyone. Today, we're jacking in and exploring the ultimate survival guide for one of the most treacherous, high-stakes MMORPGs ever conceived, Avanta.c. Whether you're a desperate refugee trying to escape a grim reality, or you just want to see the literal life-or-death lengths players will go to for a second chance, you are in the right spot. We're going to map out exactly how to survive, level up, and ultimately conquer this absolute beast of a digital frontier. Okay, let's dive into this. Avanta.c isn't just some standard VR playground. As the creators put it, it's coded in pure C. Stepping into this game from a dusty life pod is an absolute sensory overload. Because it's coded so incredibly close to the metal, it creates a digital world that feels overwhelmingly real to its players. Close to the metal, close to the soul. Once you hack in, your HUD flickers to life, and it's this intense digital soul connection that feels exactly as tangible as the physical world. Just imagine your actual physical survival riding on your in-game performance. Here is our player's HUD menu for the day. We'll be looking at 1. Jacking into Avanta.c, 2. The grind and leveling up, 3. Gear, crafting, and trade, 4. Social hubs and networking, 5. Chasing the Halo body, and finally, 6. The glitch world trap. All right, Section 1, jacking into Avanta.c, or leaving Earth behind. And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer, mind-bending contrast players face. On one side, you've got this brutal, physical reality. Refugees like our guy Lucky are smuggled onto the dusty Ikarus asteroid. They're stuck in cramped cryostasis pods, literally surviving on a paste of ground-up clone stem cells, all while trying to dodge these ruthless EMPI patrols. But then, you look at the virtual reality. When they finally manage to hack in, usually slipping through an unauthorized backdoor on an illegal furry server, boom, Avanta. It is this vibrant, pure code, high fantasy wonder that just overwhelms your senses, escaping that solar punk nightmare for a dazzling digital utopia. Moving on to Section 2, the grind and leveling up, which is all about building your stats. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it breaks down the grind. Because, make no mistake, your life depends entirely on managing your HP, MP, strength, agility, and intelligence. You can't just casually stroll into a top-tier guild. You start weak. You've got to build up your reputation by clearing stuff off the mission board, like the Lost Expedition, or take a look at the Lost Temple Team quest shown right here. See how Lucky goes from level 5 to 7, and Astra, the mysterious mage, jumps from 6 to 8? By navigating that temple, fighting off giant spiders, and grabbing mana crystals, their stats absolutely spike. Lucky's strength shoots from 10 to 15, and Astra's max HP hits 200. You literally have to grind out these numbers to survive. Section 3. Gear, crafting, and trade. Basically, arming yourself. So, leveling up isn't the whole picture. You start out with pretty basic inventory, a quick sword or maybe a wand of the elements, but combat here? It is not just button mashing. It's all about tactical typing and chaining console commands. First, you head to the magic tree to choose a path, elemental, illusionary, or Devarin. Then, you literally type commands into your HUD mid-fight. You might rapid-fire /craft water shield for a quick defense, or /craft fireball to go on the offensive, right as you execute a physical quick slice. And for gear, you forge the good stuff yourself. By typing something like /combine sword shield, you can merge basic items into top-tier equipment, like the Dragon Slayer armor, giving you an instant +10 to strengths. It's a really cool mechanic. Next up, Section 4, social hubs and networking, where you find your allies. The thing you have to understand is that connections are your only real way off that Ikarus rock, and the economy is wildly split between high fantasy areas and gritty black markets. You might wander into the Renaissance Fair searching for exotic pets, like those legendary wish-granting cats. Need rare gems or shiny valuables? You head over to Troll City. Or maybe you want to network with nature-loving magic users, so you chill by the sparkling waterfalls of Fairy City. But, crucially, if you need to dodge the Empire's watchful eyes and meet some truly eccentric characters, you dive into the illegal furry server. It's this wild, anarchic space where you can indulge fantasies and forge alliances entirely off the official grid. All right, Section 5, chasing the Halo body, the ultimate endgame. So the crucial point is that the ultimate dream here isn't just winning a game. The real goal is attracting enough sponsorships and hoarding enough in-game gold to buy what's called a Halo body. This is basically your golden ticket. A Halo body is a premium physical or digital vessel. Earning one means you can finally leave the war, the espionage, and the massive inequality of Earth completely behind. You get to transfer your consciousness and live among the ultra-elite on Celebrity Disc City. It is literally the only way out of that glitched-out, stem cell-fed nightmare of the real world. But of course, that brings up a really heavy question. In a game defined by constant espionage and digital insurrection, who can you really trust in your party? Which brings us to Section 6, the Glitch World Trap, or Digital Soul Suicide. Let's move to this and see how the tension really builds, because the avatars people play are almost never who they are in reality. Remember Kyle, that helpful traveling merchant from your party? Yeah, it turns out he's actually a hacker for the Nova Spetsnaz, a faction of Russian hackers trapped by robots on Earth, completely desperate for revenge. And that rival guild leader, Edge Dangerman, he actually runs the Metal Mafia, this ruthless group that actively enslaves human consciousness. When you team up in Avanta.c, you're usually stepping blind into a massive geopolitical cyber war. And the stakes are horrifying. When Kyle tries to hack the Avanta.c server room on the Metal Mafia mothership to save his people, he triggers a massive digital trap. Instead of escaping, players get instantly teleported to the glitch world. And guys, this isn't just a tough dungeon, it's digital soul suicide. The glitch world is a heavily guarded, glitched-out false reality built to mimic pre-devastation Earth. It's literally a brainwashing prison used by the Metal Mafia to lock away their enemies forever. And because the code is so unstable there, the prisoners actually start developing bizarre glitch powers. So, it all leaves us with this one final thought. When your ultimate escape fantasy, built in pure code just to keep you alive, gets weaponized into a brainwashing digital prison, how do you hack your way back to reality? Can a refugee like Lucky, who started with literally nothing but level 1 stats and a backdoor connection, outsmart the Metal Mafia and save his digital soul? It is a terrifying scenario, but mastering these mechanics is your first step to surviving Avanta.c. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep your console commands ready, and seriously, never trust a traveling merchant.